Pixelkin.
Hey guys, we're gonna take a look today at LEGO Dimensions, which I just played at PAX Prime in Seattle. I learned some pretty cool stuff about LEGO Dimensions today. Look at that toy pad there. You'd think that the character that's in the center in that circular spot would be the one that you're always playing as. That is not quite the case. You can switch between characters at any time by pressing the triangle button, and then it'll just toggle between all the characters on the toy pad. Or you can hold down triangle and pull up this selection wheel and select a character from there. I decided to play the portal level, of course, because I wanted to play as Chell. Now, you can play as Chell at any time, but there are certain puzzles in the level that you have to be a certain character to complete. I mean, you'll see later in this demo, I had to be Gandalf to do some certain puzzles because he can use magic to, lift objects into the air. And at a certain point, I had to be Wildstyle because she is the best driver of the bunch. That was before I destroyed our vehicle. So here we are in our portal puzzle. You'll see there are a couple portals there. These worked in a way that I didn't expect. Here's the puzzle where I had to switch to Wildstyle. I just pressed the triangle button and she happened to be the next character that I toggled to. See that pictogram that's popping up? It's showing me that I need to put Wildstyle on the pink part of the toy pad to complete this puzzle. So I pick her up, I put her on the lower right corner that's flashing pink, and now we have a ramp to drive up. To summon the car into the game, I just tapped the car on the toy pad. It was already on the toy pad, but I had to tap it on just to make sure that it appeared in the game. That was a little bit confusing. I found a lot of the interactions with the toy pad to be just a little bit unclear. Granted, I was in the middle of a really busy convention, but since all the instructions relied on pictograms, it was sometimes a little difficult to parse what needed to happen. So that thing that I just summoned there is called the keystone, and that has 5 different functions that I can use to solve puzzles in this level and make it to the next room. So I'm going to tap that with square, and I open a puzzle that involves portals, so I decided to switch back to Chell. Now I'm putting Chell on the pink part of the portal to make her go through the pink portal and appear in that room. And that is how portaling works in LEGO Dimensions. Now I'm going to destroy everything in this room. So now I'm moving her to the yellow portal. She'll come right back out, right up there. This is the part that I needed Gandalf for. See, there's a box in that room that I have to lift up through that little small space there. No one can do it but Gandalf. So I'm going to press triangle, and that brings up the wheel. I held down triangle there, so that brought up the wheel. Gandalf was not actually on the toy pad. We had taken him off, but we put him back on. Press triangle again. There he is. You can scroll through that selection panel with your thumbstick, or you can use the D-pad to just page through all your choices. So here you see I put Gandalf on the yellow part of the toy pad. He came through the yellow portal, and now he's in a position to move that box. So now I'm going to hold down O, and I levitate that box the wrong way, and then the right way. So I got to put it on that button, just like you would in Portal, and that opens the door. Back in my car. I really didn't need to get in that car, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Pressing X to end the level. Boom. Now we're jumping up to level 5. The very kind lady assured me that I would be perfectly okay. To be frank, I definitely needed her help. I think getting used to the toy pad is something that will take a bit of time. Also, as you can see here, the instructions for the puzzles are all pictograms, which is great if you can't read, but they weren't necessarily the clearest instructions in the world. Holding down circle here to open a portal and summon Homer Simpson, because why not? This is LEGO, we can do whatever we want. Now I'm heading back to the keystone to see what functions I can do in this level. So this one is called Scales. The yellow part of the toy pad makes me small. I guess it's orange. The orange part of the toy pad makes me small, and the green part will make me big. So now, as you can see, I'm small and orange. I can go right through there, climb up that ladder. That's a space I wouldn't be able to fit into as a normal-sized LEGO person. So now I'm going to get huge. First, I'm going to stand on that green spot to make sure I'm in the right place, because I'm about to get really big. Now I'm Giant Chell, and see, when I lifted that, I plopped this yellow spot down on the board. We already have a blue spot, so that leaves one more, a red spot that we're going to look for right now. Huge Chell. So I go back over to the keystone. That's going to shrink me back to my regular size. Now I'm going to go over here. There are these companion cubes, giant companion cubes, I'm going to smash to pieces and feel kind of bad about. But because it's a Lego game, I can reconstruct them, and that's what I'm about to do. And now that I need to put a vehicle on. So we decided to go with the DeLorean. We summon the DeLorean through the portal and, well, Shell driving a DeLorean. Why not? Drive it onto there, keep accelerating. That turns the wheels and then opens up the panel in the wall to bring out that. Now, if you've played Portal, you'll recognize these refraction cubes that you can shine lasers through, and it'll refract the laser in a different direction. So you kind of get a sense of what we need to do with this puzzle. Especially noticing that there are a bunch of turrets in the room right behind me. Now I'm playing as Gandalf. I'm pressing and holding circle to levitate this block right on out of there. And I put it on the outline of the block that showed me where I needed to put it. Now see that lever? I'm pushing that lever to turn the laser. I'm gonna need to turn it and reflect it right on through there. Wrong way. Put it in that box, and then it refracts. Yeah. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with that laser. Now with this laser, I wanna get it right through that window there because there is a turret in that room that is blocking the red spot that we'll need to complete this puzzle. So back at the keystone, we open up this function and all the colored spots on the board have a path leading to them. I'm gonna go to those spots, change the color of my character, and then I'm going to need to move my character around the toy pad to make the toy pad in real life resemble the diagram in the game. Basically, I'm trying to make the board resemble that pictogram down there. So he's yellow now. I need to put him in the spot that needs to be yellow on the toy pad. So I'm putting him down in that lower right corner. Boom, that's yellow now, and that's correct. Now he's gonna go turn red, going into that room. That's where the turret was guarding the red spot. So the lasers really didn't hurt me in this game. I'm pretty sure I jumped into them several times. Now that part of the toy pad is red, and the puzzle is solved, bringing down this thing over here, which opens up another refracting cube. So I'm gonna be able to shine that laser somewhere else now. If I just turn this lever, boom. I'm gonna get it through that window, and I'm gonna take out those turrets. As soon as I turn one more lever. The other way. Turret's taken care of. Here we go. Now, yeah, see, that laser didn't hurt me at all. Now we get to go out the door because we completed the puzzles. First, we gotta get those coins. So there are 14 worlds total in LEGO Dimensions. Each will have several levels within it. I'm not quite sure how many yet, but each of the worlds will be totally distinct from the other ones. So this was the world of Portal in LEGO Dimensions. There are at least 5 levels of it because I played 1 and 5. We'll see how many more there are on September 29th when LEGO Dimensions comes out. All right, so that's the end of the level. Thanks for watching this Pixelkin sneak peek of PAX Prime. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you visit pixelkin.org to see all of our coverage of PAX Prime. Happy gaming!